really awkward setup, by the way. I wanted to do something different, and I feel like in some ways it's really cute, but in other ways it's weird because my bath and my toilet are behind me. Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Now today, for my February favorites, I have a special little guest. Say hi, Zoe. Say hi. To those of you that are kind of like newish to my channel, this is my dog, Zoe. And how old are you? She's 3. How old is Zoe? 3?
4.5.
She's 4.5?
Yeah.
I can't even get my head around how she is possibly 4.5. I actually thought you were still like 3. No. This month has been a little bit of a harder month because half of the month I have been sick. I had a really bad cold, a bad cough, and I'm kind of just trailing off of it right now, although you know that if you've seen my last few videos. So in today's favorites video, I'm gonna be sharing with you beauty favorites. Actually, a couple of them have been favorites of mine for the last few months, but I've never mentioned it because I don't think they're the easiest products to get a hold of. But just in case you can find them, I wanna share with you guys what I've been loving because I've been obsessed with a couple of these products. And then also, just like last month, I'm gonna share with you guys different shows and movies. Actually, it's just 2 movies that I watched this month that I loved. Okay, so my first favorite is Collabs. Now, let me explain what I mean by that. I have been on YouTube for 6 years now, and I have made so many YouTube friends over the years. And on my time on YouTube, I kind of go in and out of these phases of like, I'm collabing sometimes. Sometimes I'm just kind of like in my own little world making videos. Other times, I'm back out there reaching out to friends, collabing, and I'm definitely in a collabing mood again. I actually have a ton of collabs coming up with different people that I've become friends with while I've been on YouTube. And today's video is actually a collab with literally one of my favorite people. Like, Dan and I constantly joke, he's like, dude, you're like secretly in love with Carrie. And I'm always like, Dan, how many times do I have to tell you? It's not a secret. So today's collab is with my good friend, Carrie Rad. If you don't know who Carrie is a fellow YouTuber, and she is also an actress / amazing person. And I love Carrie for so many reasons. Probably the top reason that I love Carrie though is her kindness and her gentle spirit. If you've been watching my channel for a while, you know that I struggle with anxiety, and sometimes dealing with certain people, I might get nervous if I'm like in a really anxious state, and Carrie is someone that never makes me feel that way. And to be honest, let me actually back up and say, I don't know if any of those other people are like making me feel that way, but Carrie is someone that is just always very calming. Aside from Carrie's kindness and gentle spirit, we'll call it, Carrie is also extremely creative. So Carrie is doing her February favorites as well today, so I will have that link down below. Go over, check her out. Her style and her taste is so unique. She's just got a really beautiful taste, I notice, in all things food, lifestyle, makeup, hair. So check her out. I will link her down below. And Carrie Rad, you are my first favorite. I think I just spit on the lens. So going into my first product favorites, I'm gonna reach over here and grab it. So I'm gonna start with the products that I mentioned at the top of the video that I've been loving now for months and I haven't shared in a favorites video, partially because I just started bringing favorites back to my channel, partially because like I said, they're kind of hard to get a hold of. So if I can find them online, I will link them down below, but otherwise you'll just know about it, and if there's a way for you to figure out how to get it, then grand. Both of these products, I bought them from my facialist, and her name is Kim, and she works at a salon called, what is the name of the salon? I actually do not remember the name of the salon. I'll have her information linked down below too. She is the one that sold this to me, and this is from the in-house brand, like at their facility. That's why I'm not sure if you can get it. And it's called Younique, and this is their Vitamin C Brightening Serum by Mark Youssef, MD, and it's got his phone number. And this is just like it says, a Vitamin C Brightening Serum. But I guess Kim said that this is a pure concentration of C and a really high amount of vitamin C. And what I like about it, my skin drinks this stuff up and feels so amazing when I use it. I do a couple drops on my hands and I rub it into my face and my chest, and if there's any left on my hands, I'll also go on the back of my hands, or sometimes I'll just put it on the back of my hands. I can definitely feel a difference in my skin when I use this versus when I don't. So I pretty much use it every morning and every night. So the other product that I bought from her is this moisturizer from the brand Laure, and this says it's a day cream for dry skin, but I use this morning and night, and I use the tiniest little pea size, less than a pea, like half a pea size amount. Actually, that's not true. I'm realizing I'm like spitting out information of what she told me to use, but a lot of times I end up using more because it just feels so good. This stuff smells like incredible. It's a very unisex scent that like Dan actually commented when I first started wearing, like, oh my gosh, that day cream smells amazing. I don't think he called it day cream, but you get the point. I love the smell. Sorry, I feel like I'm still talking like a sick person. It feels amazing and I just love it. So there's that. And then lately I have fallen in love with a new eye cream and I love it so much. This is the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye Cream. It says it smooths, brightens, and depuffs. And this stuff feels like literal velvet on my skin under my eyes. It is so hydrating. I've used like so much of it. It's super thick, but it also sinks into your skin really easily. It smells amazing and it just feels incredible. I tend to get dry skin under and on the sides of my eyes. I have no idea why, but using this, it just feels amazing and it helps so much with the hydration under my eyes. I love this stuff. Man, I have a lot of skin favorites. Okay, so I probably should have gone with this first in terms of like order of usage on your face, but Dermalogica actually sent me this daily superfoliant a few weeks ago and I stared at it for a couple days. I don't know, I get a lot of packages and I don't always get around to trying everything. I try to pick which things I'm gonna be giving away. And I opened this up and I used it and oh my gosh, this stuff feels incredible on your skin. Now they gave a bunch of like points in the box as to like what it does. I guess it helps something with air pollution on your skin and it also helps with removing just like the grime, I guess more effectively, but also gentle enough to be used daily. When you're done, your skin is left feeling extra cleansed, but still pretty soft. So I really like this stuff. It comes out black, like kind of charcoaly. You mix a little water in it, rub it through your hands, on your face. I love it. I have to shout out my own lip color. If you didn't see my favorites last month, I actually released a lipstick. It's part of a collaboration. There's 3 of us. We released a lipstick trio set with Birchbox, and the color that I created is the color that I'm wearing on my lips right now, and it's right here, and it is called Rose to the Occasion, and I love it. Dude, I wear it when I have no makeup on. I wear it when I have full on makeup on, like I do right now. It's matte, but it's moisturizing. Oh, one thing I didn't tell you guys is I am gonna be doing a giveaway within this video, and I'm gonna be giving away a Dermalogica Superfoliant, and I'm also going to be giving away one of my LOC Love of Color lipsticks. It's cool to go and put a lipstick on, and every time I put it on, I'm like, this is the color that I wanted. It's just really cool. So this has definitely been a favorite. So next up, an oldie but a goodie, I just bought a brand new tub of Dream Cream from Lush. So I've told this story in the past, but I think it's been a long time since I've told it. Back when I was around 15 years old, I woke up one morning with like an extreme bout of eczema. I had never had eczema before, and the eczema was all down my neck. And I came downstairs, and I was like, Mom, like, what is this? I can't turn my head. And she took my head and she's like, you're fine. And she turned it and my whole neck cracked and started bleeding. I ended up using stuff from the store. I got a prescription from a doctor. Nothing worked. It kind of kept coming back. Like it just kept reoccurring anytime I would work out. And once I started using Dream Cream, I don't even remember how I decided to like buy this and try it. Oh, yes, I do. Just kidding. Okay, so I used to work at Universal Studios. There's a Lush store right on Universal City Walk. I started going to the Lush store more on the way to work. And one of the guys in the store was like, you haven't tried natural yet on the neck. Like, why don't you try one of our products for your neck? And he recommended this, and the rest is history. I already told you that whole story, but I'm obsessed. It cured my eczema, and I just kind of always end up touching base with this moisturizer from time to time. And the description says that it is made with an elegant, simple formula of soothing oat milk, lavender, and rose water. Ooh. And this cream is just as soothing as the description made it sound. All right, so another thing that I've been loving all month, especially due to being sick, has been taking baths. And along the lines of taking baths, Dan actually made for me my own bath rack. Our bath is like literally huge. I feel like this is a really awkward setup, by the way. I wanted to do something different, and I feel like in some ways it's really cute, but in other ways it's weird because my bath and my toilet are behind me. But anyways, this bath is super wide and it's really huge. We had bought this bath rack off of Amazon, and he ended up putting these poles behind the rack so that it could go wider and fit across the whole bath. Literally, I love my little DIY bath rack, and I have just been obsessed with Epsom salt baths, like even more than normal this month. If you've never Googled what an Epsom salt bath can do for your body and the health benefits, you should totally Google it. Epsom salt baths are so good for your body, and I have just been loving them this month. So my next favorite is actually a painting, and it's the painting that's hanging right to the right of me in our bathroom. My friend Jess Hover gave me this painting, and her friend Lauren Thorpe made it for us. Like, I love it so much. I think it's literally so cute, and having it in our bathroom has just made my month, and it makes me want to get more art pieces that are like custom made for me slash us slash our family. I think Lauren is actually doing commissioned artwork now. I think that's what her Instagram said. So I will also link her Instagram down below. Thank you, Lauren. That has definitely been a favorite. All right, so my favorite song of the month. Guys, if you've seen my music videos that I've done on this channel, you've noticed, I'm sure by now, that there are a lot of the same people in the video. I've done quite a few songs with my friend James and my other friend Dave, and the two of them, when they combine forces, are a band called Kyla Rhodes. They actually released their first original song this month. Keep getting confused on the name. I think it's called Here Now. I'm gonna insert a little clip right now.
Baby, I need you here now. Love, I'm craving you. Get here somehow. Buy a ticket quickly if you can buy plane. Would you make it one way? I need you here now.
I'm gonna be completely honest, when I first heard it, I liked it. I thought like, wow, this is so nice. How cool for them, an original song, but just kind of like went about my life. As time went on, I literally couldn't get the song out of my head, and I am now obsessed with it. I actually think, to be honest, that kind of, for me, is kind of what Kyla Rhodes like has been. You might hear their stuff and it's kind of like, wow, this is cool, they're great. And you start listening to them, you fall in love with them and their sound and their passion. And this being their first original song, I'm obsessed. I can't get it out of my head. Kyla Rhodes, I love you, number one fan. All right, so moving on to my favorite movies of the month. Now, they're both kind of in a similar vein, but they're totally different movies. First one I watched is a movie called Denial. I found this when I was going through the iTunes movie section. Cute. I like to just click through there and watch trailers, and I watched this trailer, and it sucked me in. It's based on a true story of a woman who was a Jewish professor here in the States and a historian in England who basically tried to denounce that the Holocaust ever happened.
I say to you quite tastelessly that more women died on the back seat of Senator Edward Kennedy's car at Chappaquiddick than ever died in a gas chamber at Auschwitz.
And because he was a historian, he got a lot of publicity around him because it kind of made it seem like, oh, he's got like a valid point. What are his points? And the movie was really fascinating for so many reasons. One, just the concept. I'd never even known that there were people out there who tried to say or claim that the Holocaust didn't happen. But two, from the perspective of watching this woman's journey in the film and seeing in the film the route that the legal team takes and the perspective that they try to argue, and seeing how hard it is for her to also keep her mouth shut. That's a whole separate thing. If you watch the film, you'll know what I'm talking about. But even the argument for like keeping your mouth shut sometimes for the sake of winning, and that was so hard for this woman, and I just found it fascinating. So that was a really great film that I watched this month. And then another movie that I watched that was also incredible was the movie The Butler. The movie stars Forest Whitaker and Oprah Winfrey, and if I'm being totally honest, I didn't watch this movie for a while because of a couple reasons. One, historical movies in general where people are being oppressed or abused, so movies about like the Holocaust or slavery, sometimes I go through these phases where I'm like, I can't watch it, it's just too sad and depressing. But I was able to handle it this month. That's why I ended up on 2 of these films. Then the other reason is because for some reason, and this is really bad of me to say because I want to act one day and I feel like other people are gonna feel the same way towards me, I was like, I don't know if I can see Oprah acting in a film. Like, she's Oprah. Guys, let me just tell you, the acting in this film is really what was astonishing to me. Oprah did an incredible job. Like, I just kept telling Dan, I'm like, literally, she was so good. And Forest Whitaker in this movie just unbelievable. The way that he portrays and shows the emotion that's going on in him as this story unfolds is just incredible, and I didn't know that I loved Forrest Whitaker as much as I do. I think that it was a really interesting look at history. Also, different ways to fight things. I felt that that was kind of a common thread between Butler and Denial, that sometimes fighting something, fighting oppression, trying to beat something, it looks different to different people based on the role that they're playing and the place that they are in their life and the position that they're in. Oh my gosh. I gotta go close that little window. That's the only other window that's open. Our neighbors have been doing construction on their house for literally months. I'm not even kidding, and there are always people sawing over there. Let me go close that window. Also, that there's not necessarily one right way to fight for something and then a wrong way, that there are many different ways to tackle an issue. I think I just repeated myself like 4 times, but I just found both of those movies fascinating and I highly recommend both of them. All right, guys, so that brings us to the end of this video. Let me know in the comment section down below too, if there are any products that you recommend right now, or this is really easy information to share, any movies or shows that you've seen recently that you would recommend, because man, I love consuming content, and Dan literally just got us a 70-inch TV like in our bedroom above the fireplace. So, and be sure to check out Carrie's video and subscribe to Carrie. I will have her linked down below, as well as all of the links that I can find for the products in this video. Also, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, feel free to come subscribe. Don't forget that I'm giving away my lipstick, Rose to the Occasion, which I will also have linked down below, and the Dermalogica Super Foliant as well. I know this video was a lot shorter than last month's favorites, but I just literally, I've been so sick and my brain has been so foggy, so I just wanted to share with you guys things that I have been loving, but I don't necessarily have the full-on blabber in me today. I will see you all very soon. I hope you're having a great day, and if you're not, just hang in there, keep swimming, and know that there is a light at the end of the tunnel and that you will be okay. I will see you guys soon, and yeah, bye.